Hey guys, PC here. Sorry if I'm talking a little quiet. It is pretty late at night, and I'm on Sky Factory 2. Yeah, there's an island back there. Doing this really quick because, well, we're about to reset the server. Uh, I wanted to do a quick walkthrough and or showing of my island because this is possibly going to be in the new spawn when we get to that. So, what does my island look like after all these months? Doesn't look like that. And you can just barely see it on the minimap. But that is my island. Filled it in with grass just recently, but this is actually the second version of my island. First version looks like, well, everyone else is over there. That is a normal island that people start out with. And I got to the point where I needed to do something new. And this is what I made. As I said, the ground is new. But, so is the platform it's sitting on. But this ship, it took me 2-3 weeks to get the shape right. Still not looking quite perfect. This was based off of the television show Firefly. This is a very crude version. Obviously not done, but this is Serenity, the ship from Firefly. There he is. Yeah. I am a moderator on this server, so that'll happen every once in a while. And I might have to pause videos to tend to stuff like that. Actually, I'm going to turn off chat. So I will be right back. There. Back. Sorry about that. I completely forgot about to do that. But yeah. Just gonna fly around so you guys can see it. This was made with factory blocks. Those are the main. And these angles are carpenter blocks. Wow, that was a tongue twister for some reason. But yeah, these are also the factory blocks. Just chiseled. Here's the underside of the front. And yeah, like I said before, it was just flying in the sky, and now it's sitting down on a platform on a big bunch of grass. I did this because I wanted to do some Botania and some other stuff, and I needed an actual place, and I was running out of space inside of the, oh, I guess I forgot to finish that. Oh, okay. Um, but yeah, I was running out of space inside the actual ship to do stuff, so I had to build this. And that pillar is because, we copied this entire chunk it's in. But yeah, same with this. This was added recently, just because I ran out of space. Because here's my little tree farm area. Goes all the way up. For some reason these aren't growing, I don't know why. But here is my power cell. This powers everything. My reactor's right over there. I'll show you that later, but yeah, I have 33 billion RF. And still going. Sorry about that. Here is one of my gardens. This was an empty space that I didn't know what to do with, so I threw some magical crops and some normal crops down here. Got pumpkin and watermelon, wheat, carrots, potatoes, and then just random other magical essence or magical crops. Got my bed over there just because that's where I threw it. Now here's the second level, and here's the power cell again. Um, yeah, I put it here. I was gonna put it back further, like actually in the engine bay area back there, but that's where all my equipment is, because that's where it seems like it should be. This just worked out better. If I did the layout again, I'd change it. But yeah, here's my mob spawners. There's supposed to be fluid tanks back there, but we had an issue where someone was releasing gas. I mean not gas, withers, and a couple of places in the ship got damaged, and I just haven't gotten to replacing that because that's what we think broke those. We think someone released a wither in my ship. But yeah, here's my mob spawner. This is a hollow black room for just natural mob spawning, and here's one that doesn't have a grinder, so I can just spawn things and kill them manually. There's another little area. This is the neck of the ship. This would be where the cockpit would be, but I originally had this. This was my original grass area before I laid down all the other stuff, and I was trying to get friendly mobs to spawn over here, but I never could get it to work. It's actually part of the restart because we have a couple glitches that we're having issues with, and the only way to fix it is restart. Both of the side pods, which would technically be the actual engines, are my magical crops. These are my main magical crops. There's 6 per pod, so I can grow 6 different types. And good God, my throat. And yeah, it's auto planters and harvesters. That's it. So, and also I have the sewage boiler because as we all know, the harvesters produce sludge when they're harvesting, and you have to do something with it. And with all this Ender IO pipes and everything, obviously the item one and the item one goes straight to the Tesseract. So all the essence goes straight to the Tesseract, and the Tesseract technically connects to these power cells. They're just there just as backup. That is it. If something happens to the main, this was all implemented before the main power cell back there, and before I had the billion RF that I have now. So these were there, and I just never took them out because I'm lazy. And there's a bunch of sludge and pressurized fluid pipes go into here, and as you can tell, the item conduit is connected to it as well. And when the sludge boiler goes off, it sends the item back to the Tesseract as well. And that is how both of these pods are set up. So that one's set up the exact same way this one is. And that way, like, all my magical crops grow and I don't have to worry about them. Here's another Tesseract. here's all the Tesseract names that we have. Holy cow. Um, PC's me, obviously. Um, this is the channel I'm working with right now. I don't know what we're going to do after the reset. But as you can see, a lot of my stuff is connected via those Tesseracts. I have one over there, one there, one there. One is connected to here, the power source, and one is behind this. That is my ME system. Yeah. All those ME drives are filled with 4K ME drives. Darn. So, yeah. Let me see what else. Oh, sorry about that. I started coughing real bad, so I may try to cut that out for you. Here is my reactor. Right now I have two of these ports. I have all my exhaust material gathering up, goes into here. Yeah, I can't read what that is. I'm sorry, I have a hard time reading. But basically turns it back into plutonium, and I refeed it into here. You get for every two of these, you get one plutonium. So, one stack of uranium, or whatever that's called, will turn into half a stack of plutonium, and then it'll come back, then it'll turn into 16, then to 8. So you get a lot of life out of your fuel if you do this. And I'm currently trying to burn through all of my old fuel because, let's face it, 33 billion RF takes a lot of fuel to make. So let's go up if I can. There we go. Here's my little, excuse me again. Here's my little machining area. Got my auto pulverizing system. Got a couple Ender IO systems. I got a random freaking lava generator. I barely use that thing, so really stop powering it, because this eats power at all times. De-enchanter, just normal stuff. Couple of deep storage units. I should get rid of that too. The dimlet worlds are currently banned because of issues, and hopefully we can figure something out with that. So, and yeah, this is my system for getting what is it? Getting resources, because that makes the cobble, turns it into gravel. Gravel turns it into sand. Sand goes into, turns it to dust. And then the dust's auto-sieved. And that's how I got my resources. So, this has been a really quick tour of my island. Basically just showing off my ship. How I built it. There are a couple things that are different between this one. Or like this pod and that pod, and like just small stuff. But yeah, I like it. We're hopefully going to be using this ship as part of New Spawn, and that'd be kind of cool. Just knowing that something I made for fun turned into a permanent source on the server. I'd take pride in that. So, I will talk to you guys later. Have fun.